What's up, guys? How's it going? Big Cheese here with another video for you. In today's video, guys, I want to cover a bit of a backstory on the lead developer, Vince Zampella, for Battlefield 6, okay? Because I really don't think people know, because I didn't know until I dived into it a little bit. I don't think people know the effect and the impact this guy has had on the first-person shooter scene in the last 20 years. Like, it's insane. We're going to go through a timeline going back for as far as 2002, leading up to the present day. It's just a few bullet points. I'm going to cover some things that I really don't think a lot of people know about this guy. If you do like the video, guys, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Let's get into it. So I want to start off with what this guy and his buddies did in 2002 and 2003. Okay, so in 2002, he co-founded a little company called Infinity Ward with his friends Jason West and Grant Collier. I'm not really sure what happened to those guys. We won't get into that, but we're just focusing on the timeline right now. Then in 2003, Infinity Ward dropped their first title, Medal of Honor Allied Assault, an absolute classic. Like, if you ever played it back in the day, if you're old enough to have played it, what a banger of a game that was. That was published by EA and these guys, and then he co-created Call of Duty in 2003 as well. So Call of Duty was born in 2003 under Vince Zampella as well, right? So that is like how he starts off his career here. So then in 2005, Call of Duty 2 was released. And then here's two of the best ones, obviously. 2007, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was released. And in 2009, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was released. All while Vince Zampella and his boys are at these studios, right? So this is peak Call of Duty. So he was behind the scenes or leading the charge or whatever you want to call it. When we were in the peak of Call of Duty, I started playing for Call of Duty 4, got hooked on the multiplayer. The rest is history. A lot of you out there are the same. There's a bunch of OGs that played the first Call of Duties as well. Let me know if you did in the comments, because that's awesome. But that's when Call of Duty hit my radar. A friend of mine got it for Christmas. We were playing Gears of War at the time. No idea about the Call of Duty franchise. We played it. The rest is history. We played Call of Duty for 10 years after, or whatever it was, 8 years after. It's unbelievable. So he's behind these two bangers of titles, and like I said, this is peak Call of Duty here. Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, absolute peak. So then we fast forward a little bit to March 2010. He's fired by Activision, leading to a legal battle over royalties and contract disputes. I haven't really gone into a deep dive on that, but not really interested, to be honest. What we need to focus on is, in April 2010 then, he co-founds Respawn Entertainment. They then go on, as you know, in 2014 to drop Titanfall, absolute banger. Then they released Titanfall 2 in 2016, one of the greatest first-person shooters I've ever played, campaign and multiplayer. The only reason it failed, it didn't last because it was run so poorly by EA and whatever. But Titanfall 2 was an absolutely amazing game. What a game! And then in 2019, they went and dropped Apex Legends, which was a huge surprise how successful it was. But Apex Legends is like sort of dying off now. What are we? Like 6-7 years later, but Apex Legends is just wildly successful. So the trend here, and what you need to focus on, is like every studio and every title this guy has kind of been behind or kind of been leading has been an absolute banger. It's been from 2002 2019. Wherever he goes, like, success follows him and his team. Jason West has been there. I'm not sure if Jason West is still with him, but yeah, like it's crazy, and I didn't even know this stuff. I didn't even know any of this stuff. And then we start to catch up with the present day and like where he is right now. So in 2021, he's brought back to Battlefield after its challenging launch. We all know what launch they're talking about. 2042 launched in 2021. So obviously after that absolute shit show, they're like, we need to bring the big guns back. We need to bounce back, and we need to bounce back hard here, which is exactly what Battlefield done, right? With the beta and all that stuff. Battlefield 6 looks amazing. And he's behind the reins now at Battlefield 6. And it shows. It shows with the beta, right? And with the direction the game's going. And he's just sort of gone, right, all this is crap. He's cleaned up. He's like, we're going back to proper Battlefield. And he's behind the reins now. And it's just, yeah, when you look at this, when you look at where this guy's been since 2002, everywhere, or for the most part where he's gone, has just been a huge success. And I was already confident that Battlefield 6 is going to be an absolute banger. It's going to be amazing. The beta was awesome. I cannot wait. I'm counting down the days. And now knowing all this as well, like, it just instills me with confidence that he's behind the scenes. Do you know what I mean? And obviously he doesn't take any shit, because wherever he goes, he's the lead guy and he just smashes it. And you know what I mean? And you kind of, like, knowing all this now, you kind of look at the direction Battlefield 6 has gone and you're like, oh, that's why this guy's making all the decisions. This guy's calling the shots. He's in charge. And it's absolutely awesome. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Did you know all this? Like, do you know anything more about this guy? But I'm going to start looking into this stuff a bit more moving forward and making these videos, because it's cool to know what was going on behind the scenes that entire time and who was in charge and things like that. So yeah, like, subscribe, all that stuff, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.